You're throwing away money every single week, and you don't even know it. That crusty, stiff, foul-smelling sponge sitting on your kitchen sink right now, it still has weeks of life left in it. There is a dead simple method, using one ingredient that costs you nothing, that revives that sponge completely, soft, clean, odor-free, in 10 minutes flat. The cleaning product industry makes billions every year on sponges, sprays, and replacements. They are not going to show you this, but I am. And stay until the end, because the last tip is going to change the way you clean forever. Think about how many sponges you go through in a year. Most households throw out a kitchen sponge every 1 to 2 weeks. That is anywhere from 25 to 50 sponges a year. At roughly 50 cents to $1.50 each, you're spending $30 to $75 a year on something you use for a few days and toss. That does not sound like much until you add up a lifetime of it, but the money is not even the real problem. The real problem is what happens to those sponges. They do not just get a little dirty, they become breeding grounds. A used kitchen sponge is one of the most bacteria-dense objects in an average home, denser than your toilet seat, your garbage bin, your doorknob. Studies from microbiology labs have measured hundreds of millions of bacterial cells per square centimeter in sponges that people were still actively using. You rinse it under the tap, squeeze it out, and think it is clean. It is not. The smell, that sour, musty, wet dog odor, that is microbial activity. That is bacteria and mold breaking down food particles trapped deep inside the foam. Every time you wipe your counter with a sponge that smells like that, you are spreading bacteria across every surface you touch. And yet, you feel like you cannot throw it away yet because it still looks usable. That internal conflict, it is gross, but it still scrubs, is exactly what keeps people buying replacement sponge after replacement sponge. You are stuck in a cycle, and there's no reason for it. Here is what you actually need to understand about what makes a sponge go bad. It comes down to 3 things: bacteria, mildew, and structural breakdown of the foam. Bacteria thrive in warm, moist environments with available food, and a sponge after washing dishes is exactly that. The mildew smell comes from fungal growth, which sets in when the sponge stays damp for extended periods. The stiffness comes partly from soap scum and mineral deposits, especially if you have hard water, building up inside the foam and hardening as the sponge dries. Now here is the part that changes everything. Distilled white vinegar, the kind that costs under $1 a bottle at any grocery store, addresses all 3 of these problems at the same time, and it does it through basic chemistry. Acetic acid, which is the active compound in vinegar, is a natural antimicrobial agent. Research published in peer-reviewed food safety journals has confirmed that acetic acid at concentrations found in standard household vinegar effectively kills common bacteria, including E. coli and Salmonella, on contact. It also creates a pH environment, acidic, around pH 2 to 3, that is deeply hostile to mold and mildew growth. And here's the part nobody talks about. That same acid dissolves mineral deposits. Calcium carbonate, the main compound in limescale and hard water buildup, reacts with acetic acid and breaks apart. That is what restores the sponge's flexibility. That stiffness you feel is not permanent damage. It is chemistry, and you can reverse it. The freezer step is the part most people do not know about, and it genuinely works. Freezing does not kill all bacteria, but for common household bacteria like E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella, freezing stops reproduction completely and causes significant cell death through ice crystal formation. The ice crystals that form inside bacterial cells physically rupture the cell membranes. Combined with the vinegar treatment, you get a 2-stage approach that works better than either method alone. And the best part is that this entire process takes about 10 minutes of active time and costs you nothing if you already have vinegar in your house, which you probably do. Here is exactly how to do it. Start by rinsing your sponge thoroughly under hot water. Squeeze it out several times. You want to flush out any loose food debris that is sitting on the surface. Do not skip this step. If you go straight to vinegar with a sponge full of food particles, you're just soaking gunk in acid, not treating the sponge itself. Once it is rinsed, fill a bowl or container with undiluted white distilled vinegar, enough to fully submerge your sponge. Standard 5% acidity vinegar is exactly what you want. Do not water it down. The acidity level matters. Place the sponge in the vinegar and press it down so it is fully saturated. Let it soak for 5 full minutes. Set a timer. While it is soaking, you will likely see the vinegar start to cloud or discolor slightly. That is normal. That is dissolved residue and dead microbial matter coming out of the sponge. After 5 minutes, remove the sponge and squeeze out the excess vinegar. Rinse it briefly under cold water. Just a quick rinse, not a full flush. You want some acidity to remain in the foam. Now squeeze out as much moisture as you can and place the sponge in a Ziploc bag or an airtight container. Put it in the freezer for a minimum of 30 minutes. An hour is better. The cold will finish what the acid started. When you take it out, let it thaw completely at room temperature or run it under warm water to speed it up. You will notice immediately that the sponge is soft again, flexible, The rigidity is gone. Give it a final rinse under hot water, squeeze it dry, and it is ready to use. One thing you should not do. Do not microwave a sponge that has been soaked in vinegar. Microwaving a damp sponge does kill bacteria, and it is a legitimate method on its own. But vinegar in a microwave creates fumes and can damage the appliance. Stick with the freezer method described here. Also, do not do this with sponges that have a metal scouring pad attached. The vinegar will accelerate rust and corrosion in the metal fibers. The results you will see are real, and they are immediate. The sponge will be noticeably softer and more pliable after the first treatment. The odor, or that sour bacterial smell, will be eliminated or drastically reduced. If you do this regularly, starting while the sponge is still relatively fresh, rather than waiting until it is completely broken down, you will extend the usable life of a single sponge by 2 to 3 times. A sponge you would have thrown out after 10 days can realistically last 3 to 4 weeks, with this treatment done every week. Across a year, that adds up to genuine savings and a lot less waste going into landfills. People who make this a habit report that they almost forget what a bad sponge smells like. The difference between a treated and an untreated sponge, same age, same use, is dramatic. One thing to understand clearly, this is not a one-time fix that makes your sponge last forever. No cleaning method does that. The foam breaks down physically over time through mechanical abrasion, but by removing the chemical and bacterial buildup that causes premature stiffness, odor, and breakdown, you are getting the full value out of every sponge you buy. You're not throwing away a sponge that still had weeks left in it. Do this once, and you will never look at your sponge the same way again. The next time you grab a stiff, smelly sponge to toss it in the bin, stop. Give it 5 minutes in vinegar and 30 minutes in the freezer, and see what you get back. If this helped you, hit like. It genuinely helps more people find videos like this. Subscribe, because next time we are covering something that will make you rethink every cleaner under your kitchen sink. And the final tip, do not wait until your sponge is already destroyed to treat it. Start the vinegar freeze cycle when the sponge is 1 week old. That is when it works best, while there is still full structural integrity in the foam. You are not rescuing a ruined sponge, you are maintaining a good one. That mindset shift alone is worth more than any product you could buy.